Oh boy.
Had to tidy up the room.
Did you? I know. Uh,
just in case there's something obscene lying on top of the bed.
I know it'd be like the thing. It'd be go YouTube go viral, Marty, wouldn't it?
I know. Yeah, you find me in Edinburgh. I'm on the grass market in Edinburgh. So if you hear a lot of whooping and getting on behind me, it'll be to do with the military tattoo. That's why we couldn't come on last night, because I was at the tattoo. And bloody excellent it was too. Learned three things that I didn't know.
Right.
Last night at the tattoo. So number one, that the RAF actually work weekends. Because most people, I'm sure if you're a Russian spy, I shouldn't really be telling you this, but you do know that the RAF don't work at weekends. They finish it on a Friday. There's basically one plane on active service across the whole of the UK to intercept. You know, whenever the Russians come across and they intercept space, there's only like one plane, one Typhoon jet,
right,
on active duty over the weekend.
Okay, yeah.
And they come from RAF Coningsby, because I met the guy one time. He says,
Okay.
I'm serious. So I found out that they work weekends, so they were up there doing their stuff. I also found out that the Swiss Army aren't reliant on penknives with scissors attachments to defend the whole of Switzerland. I discovered that. They've got massive big horns. They do like this with them.
Okay.
So the defence of the cantons of Switzerland don't rely just on the wee penknives. And also, the Norwegian army might not be ones you want to trifle with. They put on a hell of a display last night, so they did. So yeah, it was great. It was great. So that's why I couldn't go. I had to work. Okay. Most people pay to go. I get paid to go to it. It's not the worst thing to do.
What was it like? Is it good? Is it jam packed?
Yeah. It's absolutely jammed to the rafters. It wasn't an empty seat in the house. The Trinidad and Tobago Army, they were there. Some Americans running around singing the Rocky theme tune and all, which it's always good. Rocky theme tune, can't really go wrong with that.
Okay, yeah.
Norwegians, the Swiss, RAF was the main ones, and then obviously all the bagpipe regiments were all there. So all the Highland regiments, the Royal Irish, and over there. So it was super. It was really, really good. But yeah, so that's why I couldn't come on last night, because I was working. You know.
Very good indeed. Very good indeed.
I'm drinking a whiskey tonight that. Well, the reason I bought this was I bought it a few days ago, and I kind of thinking, well, I can't take any whiskey home with me, so I don't want to buy a decent whiskey as such. And then I bought this out at the co-op, because I never had this before. 12-year-old single malt Scotch. The colour of it is, I think they may have added a bit of colour to this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there may be a bit of artificial colouring in that. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's not great, but it's all right. It was £25 a bottle.
I didn't know the co-op did their own brand.
Oh yes, but it's okay. It's a bit grainy and a bit harsh, but it's all right. It's all right.
All right, very good, very good. Sorry, I mean, I'm going to put this on screen. We you sent me another photograph. We can't put that on. So Swiss men get the horn. Yes.
What do you mean? What photo did I send you? I couldn't.
It was a direction sign for a thing.
Oh no, you can put that on, just no problem, because I put decided to put the options for you, because it's also the festival, the Fringe Festival. So I was.
I know, but listen,
the Fringe Festival.
We'll get Zuckerberg.
I was just pointing out that up here, if you managed to come over this week, there's options for things for you to go and see. I thought I would tell my friend Justin that there was things that probably would be right up his alley. You know.
Right.
I went and seen 3 shows today.
Right at the Fringe. I'm jealous and I'm envious. Yes.
Well, I went and saw a girl comedian. I saw her one time before at the Fringe, and I thought she was quite funny. A girl called Gabby Killick. So I've seen her today. It's a small venue, and that's kind of the thing about the Fringe. So it's a small venue, and she was quite funny. She's really good at doing songs. That's what she's really good at.
Okay.
she's a bit agey and all that kind of stuff, but nice. She is funny. Then I went and saw three Scottish comedians. Two of them were good. The other one, not just so much. But horses for courses. Can't like everything. And then I went and saw a magician tonight because I like magic.
Was it good?
He's done a couple of really good tricks.
Okay.
A couple of ones that I'd seen before. He done the steel ring thing. He done that. Done a couple of things with rope. A couple of card tricks that were pretty cool. I like a card trick. The 3-card Monty one. They done a bit of a variation in it. But I mean, I was literally 3 feet away from him.
Very good, and you couldn't see how it was done. Very good. Now, so if you're thinking of heading to the Fringe, because it's on a long time now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's on for 4 weeks. The place is hiving. It's just bouncing. Edinburgh's just bouncing me people about around it.
This is the direction that sign Marty sent me.
Oh.
Can you see it?
Pull it up full screen, Justin. I thought to myself,
oh, look at that there.
So one of them says that it's sex job and the other one's the lady boys of Bangkok. So Justin, if you want a full-time job, there you go. You've got options. You can do both. Lady boys of Carrickfergus.
I know, yeah.
I'd love to see you as a transvestite wandering about round singing and getting on. I mean, off.
Would you? Yes, yeah. I know. I wouldn't. People would pay not to see that. There we go. Yeah, I just thought if we get Zuckerberg, we'll blame you.
Oh, I don't care. I'm past caring. Zuckerberg, I
know it's getting to that point. It is getting to that point.
But it could be worse. You could be on Twitter. I've sort of started watching a bit of Twitter or going on Twitter every so often. And now I understand why I don't. It's just awful. The people on it are the most, oh my God. But you kind of go on it. It's like, it must have been like Bedlam. Whenever people used to come and poke fun and watch like people in insane asylums.
Yes, it might.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with Twitter, because you sit there and you go, these people are mental.
They shouldn't have called it X. They should have called it toxic Twitter.
It's just an awful place, and everybody's all conspiracy theories and crazy.
Well, it would be like us going on the show every night, and every night people come on that don't like alcohol, coming on and threatening everybody and targeting everybody.
I'd say, no, I'm very offended because you're on whiskey. It's bloody.
It would be like
place.
that.
Horrible
Everybody's
place.
tuned in tonight. Sorry about last night. I thought I'd put up that we're delayed 24 hours, but when I looked, it wasn't up, and then I had to put it up again. There you go. But most people cottoned on. Cottoned on.
No, it's just I had to work. I had to take my group, my guests up to the tattoo. So, as I say, I'll be there again next week, 2 weeks time, whatever it is. But I'm back over here again in a couple of weeks.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, Edinburgh's just bouncing as it always is.
Well, at the moment, but it'll get to the point that people won't be able to afford the tax and whiskey.
Yeah, we'll go to the news because. Here we go. Now, after promising that he was going to protect the Scotch whisky trade and he was going to do this, teetotaler Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has decided that no, alcohol is very bad, very bad. So we're going to tax people for it again. It's not even that they're going to tax them, they're going to stick the arm in them again because there's a 10.1% tax increase on whisky. And as you can imagine, the producers who energy costs through the roof, raw products through the roof, minimum wages and all going up, etc., etc., etc. It just goes. It's just continuous. That they're trying to. He made it out that he was going to try and protect the whiskey industry, and then, surprisingly enough, for a politician, stabbed him in the back. It's just. Can you? All politicians are all awful. Awful.
Why do they do this? Why do they do this? The cash cow that is whiskey. I mean, they're just milking it for all it's worth, really, aren't they?
No, because it's under the guise of it's one, it's a luxury product, and two, it can cause health issues. We know it can cause health issues, right? We're not stupid, but I mean, with the best will in the world, Edinburgh has its fair share of people. Let's be honest, around the streets. None of them sat and drinking whiskey. None of them drinking it. They're all drinking. You see bottles of Buckfast all over the place. They drink all that rubbish, and the other half, unfortunately, and I hate saying this, but I mean they're addicted to drugs, and is the money being used to fund rehabilitation or health issues? No,
Doubt
it's
it.
not. It's just,
Doubt
no,
it.
of course it's not. And we want to stop people from drinking alcohol, so we want to put them on to that. Well, hang on, they're just going to go and take drugs or do something else. I mean, those people with problems, with addictions, we all know, we know people in our families, we know friends and so on and so forth. It's just continually at it. And at a time when the producers are struggling because of the massive costs that have come in.
Yeah. We've heard that firsthand this week, but we can't really talk about it. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, I had a conversation with someone this week who, they're facing hardship. So fingers crossed it works out for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Scotch Malts Whisky Association has basically put it out into, or the Scotch Whisky Association, I should say, hammer blow for the distillers and consumers. The cost of every bottle of Scotch whisky sold in the UK will be raised by almost £1, taking the tax burden on the average bottle of whisky to 75%,
Wow.
up from 70% to 75%. Now, they launched the campaign, #Keep the Commitment, the campaign to urge the Chancellor to reconsider the duty increase. I mean, it's on a hiding nothing, because they'll just go, oh no, we need to protect this. I mean, they hide behind this, we want to look after people. Sure, we all know it's bollocks. We all know it's bollocks,
It's not good. It's not good for the industry, which is really, really, really on an upward curve. It's linked into so many other things, tourism as well. Never mind. So why they do that? I do not know.
Well,
do not know.
The thing is that's changing demographic. Young kids don't drink the way that we done when we were kids. All right, whenever people start now drinking in the way lots of people probably still do, we all know that they drink a bit less, but they spend a bit more money, and that's totally to be kind of encouraged in many ways. But it just keeps going on.
There's John Hilton in Australia. He's saying it's going to get as bad as Australia over there soon. Excise here, third highest in the world, and it just went up again too.
You know what will happen? We all know what happens whenever it goes beyond a certain point. We all know what happens.
Bootlegging.
Bango. People just turn and say, right, we'll tell you what, we'll pay the old boy down the street, we'll pay that guy up the road. He makes it. It's pretty good stuff and it's a lot cheaper.
And a lot of people have been harmed by that as well, haven't they? With illegal stuff and explosions and all that illegal stills.
Yeah, I mean, more likely to implode in a still, Justin. And the explosions doesn't tend to happen in a still because of the sort of nature of it. But I mean, it's dangerous. But the guys that have real problems over here, a lot of them are the drug addicts, and there's no regulation for them. There's nothing, and that doesn't seem to be an issue. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They talk about drug treatments and all, but we all know it's just getting funded. Maybe, well, we're not going too much.
There's a spirit grocer saying by the time it'll be up £1 by the time each person that handles the bottle maintains the margin. Absolutely.
Yeah, but the other thing is the whiskey cask investment companies they're going to be hit with it in terms as well. So, I mean, I know loads of people tell you don't be investing in those whiskey cask schemes and stuff, but lots of people are. Lots of people are putting money in it, and I mean it's their own money. But the people who've probably bought them earlier probably do okay out of it. But anyway, we could go on and on and on, but it's just another dig at them, another dig.
Well, closer to home.
Closer to home, and a bit of good news. The wonderful, wonderful Ecklinville Distillery have celebrated their 10th birthday. So they have celebrated their 10th birthday on the 5th of August, 2013. Our founder, Shane Branth, 50th birthday. The first Ecklinville Spirit was cast, and Northern Ireland's first new distillery in over 125 years was born. So they have put down through. We have warehouses bursting with casks of Irish whiskey. The day we raise a glass to all our friends, and they're given a special 10% discount on online and in-store purchases this week.
Wow.
Only problem is, when are they going to release the bloody thing? people have been dying to try this stuff. Because I personally think Ecklandville, they do everything right. You know, they just do everything that people want. They malt their own barley. Although I've never seen the maltings, to be fair. I don't know who all has seen it, but they they grow their own barley, they malt their own barley, they age it on site, they do everything. It's fantastic. The stuff that they produce, the Dunville stuff is amazingly good. Those big sherry, how do they get the big sherry bombs without it being overly sickly sweet? Obviously, they spend a vast amount of money on casks, really good casks. So yeah, the shop there, if you go on, you can get the 10% discount if you put in birthday 10 in the thing, and you get 10% off.
Wow.
But the whole story is fantastic. Good on them. More power to them, because I pretty much love everything about the brand. There's not an awful lot to dislike, other than the time they brought out far too many single cask stuff a bit too quick, which kind of put a lot of people, they couldn't afford them. But what it meant was actually suppressed the secondary market, because loads of people sort of stopped collecting them, which means you can buy some of them at reasonably decent prices that if you haven't tried on the secondary market. So yeah, nice one.
Very good. Very good. Very, 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 very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, did I see something else there? There's a lovely wee tasting pack out as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's they have a wee tasting pack. Pull it up full screen there, because just off the top of my head I forget all what's in it. They have a couple of poachines, gin, a couple of whiskies in this little tasting pack. If you want to win one, there's the poachine, Weaver's gin, Ecklandville pot still gin, Dunville's 1808, Dunville's 3 Crown sherry, and Dunville's PX10 single malt. If you'd like to win one, go on, like and comment to win 4 gift boxes to toast with friends and family. So you can go onto their Facebook page and do that as well. So they do make a fairly decent big range of stuff down there. Obviously, there was a bit of controversy because the 1808, they released their own spirit, went into that, which kind of was a bit of a strange decision. They didn't want to put any colouring in it, but they thought the colour of it wasn't great, and that was why they did it. Which seems a strange decision. I'm not entirely sure it was that I didn't go down. It's a bit of a controversial one, but their own spirit. Everybody's just dying to get their hands on it, and the guys who bought the sort of founders bottles way back in the day for, I think it was £110 a bottle or something. Whenever they put it up, obviously they disappeared fairly quick. I wish the hell I'd got one, because when they release those will hit the secondary market with a bang, because there'll be loads of people wanting to get their hands on those. But yeah, congratulations to them. It's a fantastic story.
I'm thinking, you have a different headset in tonight. Did you have to go and buy a headset? Did you forget to bring it with you?
I forgot to bring my wee cheapo thingy, so I've just nicked a pair out of the box set. Blue one. So this is about the cheapest earphone you can ever imagine.
I wonder where do you get the blue headset? I thought I'd give you.
No, you're not the quickest off the mark there, Justin. I have to say, because you know.
I know. But there you go. Listen, where are we heading to next tonight? We're 20 minutes in.
Celebrities, Justin. Celebrities.
Hold on. What's somebody saying here? The 1808 Cassandra Hare says the 1808 is currently $26 here in Florida, and a hell of a bargain. Constantly saying it should be thrice that price.
Don't be saying these things, because the tax man over there will shove the tax up on it, and then you'll end up paying bloody stupid prices the way we are.
Oh no, I thought the tax man there was keeping the good bottles for himself.
Yeah. I don't think Florida's one of them states that the tax man gets to keep them all. No, I mean, they have distribution all over the US now, and so they're doing really well, really well. 1808, that little bit of peat in it it makes it sort of zing a little bit, so it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so keep drinking it, Cassandra. Anytime I ever see bottles over in the States or whatever that say the word Belfast or whatever on them. Always, yeah, always minds me of home, you know. So keep drinking it, Cassandra. Keep drinking it there.
Good, good, good. Remember, if you're watching, remember to comment, like, and share. Tell your friends. We're live usually every Saturday night, 10 p.m. If you miss it, you can watch it Sunday at 10 p.m. No problem, because it's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, and Telegram, and other platforms as well. If I remember to hit send.
Aye, if you remember hit send. Justin, I sent you a link to a YouTube video for a new whiskey that's a celebrity release. So if you could play that for us, please.
I will do. Here we go. Dreaded word smooth. Square glasses. Oh, that was a weird one, wasn't
it? Well, this is a release from ASAP Rocky.
Is that even a Kardashian, is it? Or what is it?
I don't know who he is, but he's apparently he's a big sort of star. Me and you's not really down with the kids now. But
I almost didn't recognize our Dara with the makeover. Very good, very good.
Well, he's a celebrity whiskey dude now. Joining the long chain of whiskey dudes. What I liked was whenever I was watching the video, did you see the woman with the sunglasses on? It looks like you know the logo for Night Nurse. Do you remember Night Nurse being his life? That's what her glasses looked like. It was the first thing I noticed. Never seen it. So he's brought out a whiskey. It's Canadian whiskey and it's very smooth, and it's apples and stuff. I reckon these guys probably have absolutely bugger all to do with the whiskey. They just turn up, sign their name to it, walk over and go, and away they go. But
is he Canadian? Is he?
I think he's Canadian.
Well, there's the cock saying Canadian. Sorry, we'll still not drink it. And you are Canadian. Yes.
But it comes with these glasses. I don't know. It might be all right. You know, I don't know.
I like square glasses. You remember Bushmills sort of the roundy, squarey ones, and I have them.
They done them in the 3 sizes. You remember?
Yeah, they did. I used one for sort of, you know, mouthwash in the bathroom, actually.
Aye. But ASAP Rocky has a whiskey out.
Yeah.
Down with the kids, guys. Yeah, down with the kids.
Right.
But more importantly, Leonard Skinnerd, you know, Sweet Home Alabama, they have one. They have one out. Now that they sort of, you sort of think they probably have been drinking a fair bit over the years. Hell House whiskey, American Hell House, 90 proof, captivating honey amber appearance. Hell House unleashes aromas of honey, dew, sorbet, butterscotch, and allspice. Palate reveals cotton candy sweetness and floral hints of rose and lavender. The oak-driven finish leaves a sweet and spicy, lingering allure. So, Leonard Skinnerd. The one thing I will say is, these are Sweet Home Alabama dudes, right? That's what we're talking, Sweet Home Alabama. Scroll down to the bottom of the page.
Hold on. Right. Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama. It's all
Scroll
about
up.
the thing. And then it looks down there, Hell House American Whiskey, Menlo Park, California.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
So basically, what you're telling us here, Leonard Skinner, is it's not Sweet Home Alabama. It's sweet money making from from the West Coast.
California.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
Michael
Dead on.
Matthews saying that advert must have cost about $200 to make. Yeah, probably.
Well, I want a pair of the night nurse glasses. You know the ones, the wee square glasses your mum was wearing. I want a pair of them.
Add a couple of knots to that, I would say, at least.
Mm.
And then Frank Hearn says it's Canadian proper 12.
It could very well be. It might be nice. I have no idea. The glasses. I mean, how many bottles of it are you ever going to buy? Because if you get 2 glasses every time you buy it, mountains of glasses. That seems a bit strange.
I could tell a story about glasses, but I sort of did sign the official Secret Act, so I can't tell the story about the glasses. But I will offer to you, Marty. You'll love it. Do you know?
Right.
You know the one I'm talking about? No.
But unless you explain to me just now, I never know what you're talking about
All
most of the time.
All right. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Aye, so Mercer and Prince, ASAP Rock. I sent you the website.
You did?
If you,
Yeah.
If you want to buy it, where is it? Shipping to 28 US states. What price was it? I saw this, but I can't see where the price is. Buy it now. Can you see the price there? Because I know that it's probably one of those ones. If you have to ask the price, or even have to ask who he is, then it's not really for you. I thought I saw the price of it. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I know the Leonard Skinner one's $49.99, which is reasonable.
There's James Tucker. He said, "Does it ship to Alabama?" Maybe not, because I clicked something there that you sent me. You know the Star Trek whiskey.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I was trying to get it sent to my mansion in Newport, Rhode Island, and they don't ship to Rhode Island, so I can't get it sent there.
Rhode Island, is that not one of them weird states?
It is. They're dirty stop out state. They do everything. It's funny. There's Simon Russell's been asking this question about do you have your own version of Bushmills 12-year-old? What's he on about?
Do you have your version of 12-year-old Bushmills? I have 12-year-old Bushmills in the house.
But not with them. No, not with them. He's really in Edinburgh. These are real Edinburghs. It only looks like a set when we do that there. Don't worry about it.
No, I don't have.
Oh, in the shop in Belfast.
Oh yes. Willie has. We stock the stuff that's only sold exclusively at the distillery that Willie bought. Then said, "I'll tell you what stuff, and I'll sell it down here." So yeah, he does have. It's the Snow Patrol bottle. He has the Snow Patrol because Snow Patrol told him that they could put their name on the
Lovely.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we do. He does have. It's not us. By the way, it's not us. No.
I only wish I had the whiskey shop. Wish it was mine. But anyway, we'll leave that to Willie. Let Willie Jack sort that out. Yeah. Oh no, I'll not be there for a while anyway because I'm busy doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, pop in and see Ray and Jim. They'll sort you out.
Good.
Other celebrity whiskey news. Jose Cuervo posted some of their sales results, and this is a bit of concern, I'm sure, to quite a lot of people in the whiskey trade because this is their North American sales chart, and it's quite revealing. So Jose Cuervo, for anyone that doesn't know, owns Bushmills, and they also own Proper 12. So you bring up the wee chart for us there, Justin?
I can do. Yep. There we go.
Now, Proximo Spirits, key brands, thousands of 9-litre cases. Jose Cuervo Tequila, up 5%. Jose Cuervo Margaritas, down 9%. 1800 Tequila, up 12.5%. 1800 Pre-made Cocktail, down 4.5%. Pendleton Canadian Whiskey, up 11%. The Kraken Rum, down 2.5%. Proper 12 Seals are down 1.5%. Come on, keep her lit. Brand Centenaro Tequila, up 25.5%. Bushmills, stagnant. And Maestro Doble tequila up 26.3%. Can you see a trend there, Justin?
The main brand, the main brand seems to be tequila, and it looks like they're competing against themselves with tequila.
Yeah, but it's the sales growth figure that I'm looking at. Some of the tequilas have grown by over 25%, 5% up on Jose Cuervo, 12.5% up on the 1800. The only whiskey one that's shot up anything like that is the Pendleton, which is selling more than Proper 12 and Bushmills combined.
Have you tried the Pendleton? That's a Canadian, is it? Yeah.
Pendleton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I tried. Where did I have it? I had it in Tombstone in Arizona.
Is it a
Yeah.
flavored one? Is it flavored or is that not
No,
flavored? No.
no, it wasn't a flavored whiskey. No, tequila sales are shooting up. So Bushmills. We think of Bushmills as this behemoth in Irish whiskey sales in many regards. But then you look at it, what it's doing in North America, it's just not doing really anything. Which yeah.
Agave in Donegal. Global warming, you will be able to grow agave in Donegal. Yes, yeah.
No, that'd be a nice thing for you to do there, James. I could see fields of it just over it.
And listen, I've got the name for it. You call it Jetstream Tequila. Is that good?
James, you should snap that man up. You should snap that. The genius of a man is our Justin up.
Well, it's a good catchy name, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of thought that to me tells a tale. Tequila sales firing up. Even the big one, Jose Cuervo, which that's not. I wouldn't be a big fan of that. It's still up 5.5%. So tequila, as Michael Matthews says, tequila looks good. The next big thing.
I actually don't mind a tequila, but it's not the sort of thing you can drink. It's like round off the end of the night sort of thing, is it? Or start the night off, isn't it?
I'm not a massive fan. I have tasted a few of these sort of añejo ones, the ones with a bit of age to them, and they're okay. Yeah, they're all right, but wouldn't be necessarily my thing. But yeah, but it tells a tale,
Good. Yeah, it does. It does tell a tale. And where are we going next?
We're going back. We're coming back over this direction, over to Bonnie, Scotland, because Rosebank Distillery is back up and running again. Now, for anyone who doesn't know about Rosebank Distillery, it's one of these old distilleries that unfortunately shut down in the 1990s when the Scotch Lake was about. But you can still pick up bottles of it. The sort of hyper age bottles, 30-year-olds, and so on and so forth. So it kind of lingered about, and then it was bought over by Ian MacLeod Distillers, and they have started distilling again. It's back up and running now. It was extremely highly regarded at a time, but it is now back running. So more power to them.
How did that? Did it change hands, the brand, a long time ago? Was it a recent thing? Do you know, Marty, or what exactly have they planned then?
Well, what do you mean? What have they planned?
Well, so it's the actual distilleries up and running again. It's not just the brand; it's the actual same location.
They've built a full distillery. They've built the brand. They bought the brand off Diageo. 2017 was it? 2017.
Okay.
But they actually have been running through the stills. Now I don't know too much about it. I only really sort of cleaned it off the internet and what information I have. But yeah, so they are up and running again, and I assume that, by the looks of things, there's been a hell of a lot of investment that's went into them. but they are really highly regarded. Really highly regarded.
Will this help the heritage bottles then? Will they go up in price because more people are aware that they exist then?
I think a lot of people knew they existed, and those heritage bottles. It's one of those things that probably could jump up again. You would never know, but they actually have on their website. They have Rosebank 31-year-old, Rosebank 30, 1990 vintage bottles that are being sold from them. So obviously they've had quite a lot of old stock that they are selling through, which I'll just check here, check price. So 31, where is the price of this? Details, 48.1%. Can you see the price for that? I should have checked the price of that site.
No, we're doing well to put a show together. You're that busy, so don't worry about it.
No, but
Don't
no,
want to
as I
disappoint
say,
people.
so you can pick up the bottles from the original distillery, and in a few years' time you'll pick them up from the new one.
Good, excellent stuff. It's 22:36 on the show tonight. Still to come, a Roe Co feature as well.
Aye, well, we popped off there the other day whenever we got a chance. One final story. Romanian bears.
Not Chinese bears.
Not Chinese bear. They pulled up full screen because this guy called Felix Popescu in Bucharest. A day after Felix Popescu returned to Bucharest from his holiday villa, he received a phone call. His property in Romania's Carpathian Mountains had been broken into, his caretaker told him, and the suspect was a brown bear. The 49-year-old surgeon said, "This bear did not come only for my fridge. He visited every room in the house, causing €10,000 worth of damage on the hunt for sugary products." Popescu believes the bear smashed 20 balls and slurped down the alcohol. He drank everything. He left me without vodka, without whiskey, without champagne. He has a very good time in my home. So the bear broke in and drank 20 bottles of stuff. So, yeah, when you think of it, an extra pound on a bottle of whiskey is not that much when one of the alternatives might be you go to Romania where a bear will come in and drink all your stuff. So yeah, we'll give that a skip.
Yeah.
But bears breaking in to steal your booze is not something you would really particularly want. But yeah, you kind of feel sorry for the man. €10,000 worth of damage and he left me without any champagne, without any whiskey, without any vodka.
Madness.
So, yeah,
madness.
It is sort of a bit mad.
Madness. So not only have you managed to get to the fringe, you've managed to get to some distilleries that you don't normally get to.
Well, what I did was I was in Dublin and had a bit of free time. And I thought, I haven't been to Roe Co. Just because of many different things. So I thought I'll pop over and go and do the Roe Co distillery tour. For anyone who's not sure, George Roe was a huge distillery in Dublin and part of the whole decline of Irish whiskey in the 20th century. Disappeared. Now, at one point, Roe and Guinness were big rivals. So Benjamin Guinness paid for the refurbishment of St. Patrick's, the cathedral just down the road from Roe Co. Paid for the refurbishment, and then the Roes paid for the refurbishment of Christchurch, and the Roes actually spent more money than Guinness. So this is where these guys were playing at. George Roe, the Roe's distillers were on a par with the Guinness, right? That's how big they were. Obviously, the whiskey trade died away, and the irony of ironies is that Diageo took over Roe & Co. as the brand. So they now own what was a big rivalry at the time. What they did was the former power station of Guinness, they've converted it, I think, was it €40 million they pumped into this.
Wow.
To build this distillery and do all the conversion. It was let's be honest, it's Diageo, so I mean, more money than God. So they were able to pump this money into it. And what they've built is something really quite cool. I decided to do the tour, just the first one available. It wasn't necessarily by design, so I went down and jumped onto the distillery tour, and I ended up doing some cocktail making. Justin,
I'm envious. I'm envious. Oh, it looks pretty fancy. There's all
well,
the botanicals there.
no, Justin. This is all. This is in the gift shop.
Mhm.
Why would there be botanicals? Botanicals is genuine. No, this is in the gift shop. There's a lot. Now they have a lot of merch. There's an awful lot of merchandising stuff going on. Going ahead.
Let me
Get
see.
below.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that's now. These are a bit out of order because whatever way they've loaded up. That's a bit that they're developing, and you can look through that window. That's out into the actual Guinness, the Guinness plant. That's where they're making Guinness. Right, go ahead, skip along.
it's very industrial.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing. Now, this is in the sort of bar. So if you imagine the orientation, at the left-hand side here is where the stills are, and to your right is through that bit where they're working on, and you can see out into Guinness, where Guinness is made.
The finish looks fantastic.
I have to say it's pretty cool, but it's not finished, and in some ways it's kind of better for that because as that whole industrial heritage, when you go in, it feels like it's a long way from being finished, as if you're almost getting to see it in its early stages. So I mean, in that regard, I quite like the way they've done that.
Let me see. Oh, Roe Co
Oh,
drinks book.
yeah,
Yeah.
flick on through the drinks menus because they've all these different
Flights.
cocktails, cocktails and stuff that are actually named after where the hell are we going now?
I don't know
Named
where we're
after
going. It's going mad. It's going berserk. Hold on.
it's all based on the
It's going berserk. Sorry about that, folks. It's just very difficult to do the way we're having to do it tonight. I'll share the screen. I'll share the screen again and try and get that sorted. But Roe Co. Sort of it's an undiscovered gem in Dublin, isn't it? More or less.
well, but like this, I jumped into the taxi because I was on O'Connell Street and jumped into a taxi and I said to him, take me over to Roe Co distillery. And the guy turned around and says to me, where's that?
An actual taxi driver?
No, it was a taxi driver. And no, I mean to cast offence on anyone. This was a local guy. This wasn't like some guy who was had just came over from Tunisia or somewhere. You know, this was a local guy. And he genuinely didn't know. Now, when we did the tour, again, this is a Diageo product at the back of Guinness, and there was 5 people on the tour. There wasn't a huge amount of people floating about around it, which again, in some ways, was actually quite a pleasant thing because it wasn't busy. Now, if you want to skip on a bit, Justin.
Yep.
So this is the sort of drinks menu, and they're done out in this sort of industrial style, which is kind of nice.
It's like a Haynes manual.
Aye. So again, this is in the bar. Powerhouse Bar. That was the name of it. I couldn't remember the actual name of the bar. The Powerhouse Bar. Now that's out into the distillery.
Looks quite substantial, actually.
Yeah. I mean that's the mash tun there, which is done in copper, which is kind of a bit strange. Normally these things would be done in stainless steel, so they last. But I don't think they make a huge difference. But it looks kind of nice, you know. Obviously Diageo, as I say, money's never going to be a big object to them. But the way it's laid out, more merchandising. Going ahead, Roe Co clock.
That's pretty cheap for a Roe Co clock. 15. It's cheap merchandise.
It wasn't that expensive. Oh, hang on.
It's malfunctioned again. Hold on. Let's see. Can I go back in again? I don't know what it's doing. Don't know why it's doing that. It could be the micro switch, and my mouse is going up the left. Let's see. Oh, I think I know where it is. There's blank photographs there for some reason. Have you got it back again yet? No, you have.
Oh, it's back up again.
It's back. Yeah.
Back up again. So again, more merchandise and stuff. A bit of a strange one that I saw, and it was a Roe Co Whiskey branded yo-yo. That was one that I thought was a bit strange.
Very nice looking shop.
Yeah. So
And they do personalization in bottles as well, do they?
Oh yeah.
For the state there.
No, they do all of that.
Build your cocktail. Is this to appeal to more ladies or the cocktail market, or to differentiate from other distilleries? Is it?
If you leave it on that a little second, because it kind of had that the feel that they wanted to sort of promote it as a cocktail-y type whiskey. To be honest, where they got the whiskey from was when Diageo owned Bushmills. They basically took a load of stock with them, including the 2020, the 2020 or 2021, 2020, 13-year-old all port cask Bushmills. For it was like £65 or €65 or something. It was dead cheap for what it was. Now this photo is quite interesting because behind the bottle you can see the old windmill, and that was part of the Roe distillery. It's one of the things that's left behind. There's an old windmill for generating power and whatnot. So yeah, that's quite significant. People would know that, but they don't necessarily know what it's for. So it was quite poignant to be able to see that bottle and then look out and see the old windmill building that's still there. A lot of people call it St. Patrick's Tower.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what. Oh, it's going to misfire again. What is it doing that for? I have no idea why it's doing that, folks. Sorry about that. It is quite complicated to do. Where's the windmill shot again? There it is there. So, beautiful picture overhead of the stills.
So that's the three stills. And they were talking about how they sort of reclaim the heat and so on. So they're quite energy efficient as well. Now, it's not a massive distillery. I mean, to be honest, the production isn't huge volumes, because I think that is probably they're aiming for the tourism market probably a bit more than they're aiming for anything else. But when a taxi driver in a city doesn't know where you are, it kind of tells its own tale, you know.
Hold on to get it back up again here, and let's see. I think we'll try it working backwards. We'll try it working backwards to see if that makes any difference. So, have we got it back up again? Have we?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't actually see it when I'm doing it. That's part of the problem. Very industrial looking building.
Yep. Going ahead.
Yeah. Oh, there's an airstream. Do they do coffee outside and stuff like that?
Well,
yeah.
It wasn't open because there wouldn't have been much point, because there's not really all that many people about. Now, bearing in mind, this is the end of July.
Cocktail.
Now, hey. Now, we're kind of going arse about face here. But I got that photo took because I kind of thought to myself, that's the sort of thing Justin would love. The aprons are kind of like, they're like kinky sex garments or something, the thing. They're very weird apron to try and put on, but they're proper leather, you know. They haven't obviously skimped in any money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was the cocktail class, and what you do is, it was pretty cool. They went round and they number of different flavors and all that kind of crap, and then you made up your own cocktail. But you get 3 drinks. The tour was €20 or something.
Why is that doing that?
I don't know, Justin.
That's most annoying. I know. You got 3 drinks, so it was incredibly good value then.
I would have to say, yeah, it was. I thought it was good value. The guide that was there, a guy Mark, was it Mark Hughes? I think his name was very, very good. He did the chat. Now you're going to bounce over here, so I'm not going to have a bloody clue what you're doing here.
I don't know what's happening either. That's the
Right.
grain that you got the try.
No, hang on, no, because that's not what it is. So, let me see now. I was on the flavors experience, was what I was on, and the cost of it is €25. €25.
Very, very, very good value. 3 drinks and all that.
Yeah. Michael Matthews, was the building formerly the power plant for Jameson? No, the building was a power plant for Guinness. So it was. And there's a pear on the bottom of every bottle. Yes, because where it was, there's an old pear tree. And it says the oldest pear tree in Dublin, the guy says with some enthusiasm. So it's good value for money. No question about that. And what you do is you go up in there and they present, there's a box. So the box that's there that you showed.
Let me show the box again.
Yeah. You show up the box.
Hold on. This is like being a magician, right? You stay there. I can't see you. And then I got to try and find the box. There. Have I found the box?
Oh, that was it, yeah.
I have found the box. There
so
you
the
go.
Box.
That's guesswork.
And you open this box up, and inside it, there's a host of different stuff.
Let's see if I can go direct the stuff inside it. Can I? There I can. There we go.
So what you do is the little tubes are full of barley and corn because it's a blend of whiskey. So they tell you that this is basically what's in it. This is what it's made from. They explain about grain whiskey and barley and so on. And then the little pipettes, the wee tasters, are different flavors, and they're the citrus and saline and umami and so on. So one of them's soy sauce, and what you do is they tell you about the different flavor profiles, the different what they are. So if you do those, then the idea is you pick out, oh, I like that one, I like that. Okay. So go on to the next picture, Justin.
That one? Yeah.
Yep. So that's the grain and the barley. That one, the next one. And the next one. So this is the wee glasses you get. So you fill your thing with your ice, and then you put your whiskey in. Then you pick up whatever you put in a drop of egg white stuff, you foam it up a bit, and you pick whatever flavor you wish, and you make your own cocktail. So go on ahead. So don't forget you're a couple of drinks in by that stage.
Looks good.
I tell you, it was all right. Aye, it wasn't bad at all.
Coconut?
No, egg white is what foams it up.
Egg white. Okay, lovely.
So I done an umami one, and it was mushroom juice or something. What the fuck was it? Mushroom juice or whatever it was. But I have to say, 3 drinks, €25, showing around the distillery, given a bit of information, and guided. And I have to say, yeah, it was a pretty decent tour. The guide wasn't trying to bore the pants off everybody by whittering away about all of his facts and knowledge. He was laughing and joking. I thought this was a very good thing. He started talking about other whiskey brands that weren't Diageo brands. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this in front of the thing, but he was talking about other sort of historical Dublin whiskey brands, which to me sort of projects that the brand has an air of confidence about it. Why would he not? I mean, he talked about Jameson and Ginger and how successful it had been, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the guy who was doing the guiding was superb. I thought the way they have it laid out and are moving it on was really cool. It was really well done. And I enjoyed it. And the girls that were there were all good fun as well. It was just that kind of fun vibe about it. Wasn't boring. Wasn't
didn't take itself too seriously.
Exactly. And he didn't turn around and say, "Oh, we spell whiskey with an E because we do this, blah, 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 blah.
Or it kills you. Or it kills you.
It's 3 years and 1 day because we're..." No, none of that cliched stuff. There was a couple of little things that if you were being really sort of technical about, you'd have went, "Nah, buddy, hang on." And you could have pulled... But it's the same as most of these tours. If you want to be a real nerd and a pain in the arse, then you start pulling the guides. These guys are just employees. Lots of them. I know I've met guides at whiskey distilleries who don't drink. They're just there as a guide. That's not what they're there to do. They're being employed to do a job.
Hey, it works for Rishi Sunak and tax.
Rishi does it. But yeah, as I say, no, I if you were down that direction, would I recommend doing it? Yeah, I would. I enjoyed it. I had a bit of a laugh and a giggle. And I thought it was pretty damn good. Yeah.
Great show. I don't even know how you managed to do all this and fit the show together and get it all done and send it all over to me and all the rest of it. But
well, I have to get up 20 past. I have to be down the stairs for 6:20 in the morning because I have a couple of guys heading off, and then I come home and what am I doing? I have a pile of stuff and then I'm away again.
You live in a suitcase.
Yeah, I have to go and get some washing done. That's what I do. But yeah, no. If I had to recommend Roe Co, yes, I would. I think it was a thoroughly enjoyable.
Listen, Frank, we've talked about the umami before. I obviously lead a sheltered life. I drink whiskey with a wee drop of water. Need to widen my horizons and include soy sauce. I normally include soy sauce with it, but that's for the Chinese to go with it.
Honestly, the wee cocktail that you made up. The thing is, what happens is there's 3 drinks. You get the neat whiskey. You get to try the whiskey. A little drop of water should you require it, Frank. You never know. You get to try the neat whiskey. Then you make a cocktail. Then you come down the stairs and this was genius. I didn't mention this. This was a really cool bit, right? The people on the tour are just walk-ins. I don't know what they probably do, parties and stuff. But when you go up and you're doing the tour, doing the cocktail shaking bit and all, and your hands are going all cold, you kind of have this shared experience because they sort of try and get everybody sort of chat and interact and blah, blah, blah. And then what they do, and this is really clever, I thought this was really good. They bring you down the stairs and they say, "Oh, everybody just want to sit round here." And the guide vamooses. And the barman then comes over and says, "Listen, I'm going to make a cocktail. This is what's in it." Blah, blah, blah. Because they have to do that these days in case somebody's allergic to whatever. But you kind of sit around and then because everybody leaves you alone. But you've kind of had a shared experience where you sit around and have a little conversation with the people you've just had that with, which was kind of nice because whenever I come out the distillery, I ended up walking up the road with 2 of the girls that were on the thing having a bit of a chat. Turns out one of them both of them work in a restaurant in Edinburgh, so I might pop my head in tomorrow and see if
for a free meal.
Hey Justin, the thought never entered my head that I might get a discounted bit of grub.
Hold on, let me see what times of planes go at tonight. I'll be there at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
But the thing was, it was a nice little touch because you're sitting around having a chat and conversation. "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, we're Canada." "Oh, of Edinburgh." "All right, I'll be in Edinburgh next week." Oh, and it was just a nice thing. You kind of felt that you had this sort of very small shared experience, and it was a clever little touch. It was really nice.
Did you walk past St. James's Gate? Was it snowing? Were you able to find it okay? Mark Bingham's asking.
I assume that the guy, if I'd have said take me to Guinness, he would have known it. But he genuinely said to me, "Where's the Roe Co distillery?" I was able to tell him, obviously. But he didn't actually know.
What did he say when he got there, actually? It's just a matter of...
That'll be €12, mate. I think that's what he said.
That's all right. All right. That wasn't too bad for the taxi. But, you think yourself,
But he genuinely, he says to me, he says, "I don't know where it is." Which tells me that they're not getting massive amount of visitors.
No.
But
listen, anyway. We'll let you go. Great show as usual. Remember to comment, like, and share. We're live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook as well. Thanks for watching tonight. Sorry it wasn't on last night, but listen, it hasn't hurt the viewing figures tonight. Thank you very much.
Listen, guys, sorry about not being on last night, but work calls. I had to go and work, Justin. Very, very taxing. It's like being on the pit face. It's like being down a coal mine, having to go and sit and have a couple of beer while watching the show and get paid. It's very, 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 very taxing.
I know. Let me see what's everybody saying before we go. Big JJ, it's a cocktail whiskey, quite sweet. So you should take the 44 bus to Ennis. Very good. Linda Cox, thanks, lads. Trevor Watson, thanks again. We better get these all in because I don't like cutting these all off and then not having it. How convenient was two girls that happened to be nearby.
There was actually 4 girls was on the 5 girls. Sorry, there was 5 girls on it and me.
All right.
Well, that's off out station, Justin.
All right.
Should have been there.
Yes, I wish I was. Linda Cox, we will forgive you. Russ is saying, cheers, lads. Have a great weekend. Our weekend's over. Worth waiting for. It was worth waiting for tonight. Peter Stewart, loads of claps. Thank you very much. Oh yes, do you want to say anything about the day away, the August the 26th?
Oh yeah. But this guys, plan. We all know the plan. 26th. All the guys that have sent me the dough. Thank you very much. We've got it all sorted out. Meet up down at Titanic Distillery where we're going for the tour at 12:30. But if we meet there, probably about 12, we'll have a quick wander about round and see if you haven't been down there before, it's quite a nice place to have a time. So get down there for 12, do the tour at 12:30, then we're going to walk. It's a fair wee walk, but sure, if not, we'll maybe see sort out taxis or something. But we'll go across over to McHugh's, have little sample portions of food and a wee whiskey tasting that I do in there for loads of punters. If you want to get food, you want to get fed in there, excellent. Then we'll go round to the friend at hand and I'll take you in, give you a little tour in there and show you some stuff. And if you've never been, I promise you'll be well impressed. That's all covered in the cost. Then we'll jump on the train, head up to Stanley. I kind of thought I would have, I'd open one bottle of something special, but I think I'll open a couple of bottles because there's a couple of guys coming. So I think we'll maybe try opening a couple of bottles. And I told you which bottle I'm opening, didn't I?
I think you did, but it's a secret, isn't it?
Yeah, but put it like this. Aye, people will enjoy this. Most people that will be there and that probably won't have tasted this. I wouldn't have thought.
Okay, basically. Oh, yes, and that's it. And Big JJ says Enniskerry. Know it well, the Darter Glen in Enniskerry. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, listen, thank you very much. Take it easy. All right, night.
Bye-bye, guys. Take care.